Welcome back. We take you live outside of Woodland Park where you can see some rain in the background there.
Yeah, the Storm Tracker 13 Chief Meteorologist Rachael tracking where those storms are now. Rachel? Yeah, we are continuing to track quite a few storms. In fact, if you look at the left-hand side of your screen, you can see a raindrop there on the camera lens. Woodland Park starting to get in on the rain here that we have popping up all across southern Colorado. Take a look at what radar has been doing for about the past 30 minutes, just really lighting up with the storms that we are continuing to keep an eye on. Here is an area of showers over Teller County that is impacting Cripple Creek. It's moving off toward the east. We talked about this at the top of the show. Still pushing toward Colorado City with an estimated arrival time of about 5:25. We're tracking that cell that we just showed you near Woodland Park. That's going to bring some rain right now to Green Mountain Falls and eventually push toward Rockrimmon right around 5:12. These storms moving off toward the east between about 10 and 15 miles per hour. It's farther toward the south, though, where we have the strongest storm that we are keeping an eye on. It should move into Avondale right around 5:42. It's impacting Pueblo West, bringing some very heavy rain, but it's this area of pink where we are likely seeing some half-inch hail. That's just to the south and east of Penrose, right near Old Portland Road. So we are going to have to keep an eye on this storm. This is moving off toward the east, so in Penrose, you're getting some very heavy rain right now. That should gradually lighten up. This storm moving about 15 to 20 miles per hour toward the east. Using Skycast to track what you can expect for the rest of the evening, these storms are going to push across the plains, but even by 9 o'clock, could still have a few cells to track around the Pikes Peak region before everything comes to an end between about 10 o'clock and 11 o'clock. It's going to make way for a relatively quiet start to your Thursday. Of course, areas that see rain tonight will be under the gun for a bit of fog tomorrow morning, so watch out for that. Could take you a bit longer to get into work or wherever your Thursday morning is taking you, but for the most part, should have some dry conditions early tomorrow, but that is going to change once again. The clouds will begin to thicken up as we take you into about lunchtime with storms popping up across the high country, and then just like we're tracking out there today, the storms will continue to increase in coverage as well as intensity through the late afternoon and into tomorrow evening. Here's a look at 5 o'clock. We'll have quite a bit of rain to track from Denver to Colorado Springs. Quite a few storms over the Wetson Sangres as well as the high country in the San Luis Valley. These storms will continue sliding off toward the east by 9 o'clock, most of them focusing their attention out across the far eastern plains. Storms tomorrow will be capable of producing some very heavy rain. Could also see some decent sized hail, so we'll have to keep a very close eye on that. Skycast is even keeping storms around through midnight tomorrow night, so we are going to expect to see one of those days tomorrow where we get the storms during the afternoon, and rather than winding down during the nighttime, they're just going to keep on going. Temperatures tonight will be falling into the 50s and 60s. High temperatures tomorrow, slightly cooler than we were out there today, but still very hot. 83 degrees in Colorado Springs. We'll hit 90s from Pueblo out to Lamar. 90 degrees in Springfield with 89 degrees as your high temperature tomorrow in Trinidad. As I mentioned, we are going to keep the storms going all the way through Thursday and into Friday. And one of the reasons why is we have a cold front that's going to move through, noticeably cooling temperatures. On Friday, we'll only get to 77 degrees. We'll stay in the upper 70s for the first half of the weekend, but then by Sunday, we'll make our way back into the 80s. We'll dry it out. Monday, Tuesday should be a nice start to the work week before storms return to the forecast, along with the 70s by next Wednesday. In Pueblo tomorrow, 90 degrees is your high temperature. We'll hit 85 on Friday with temperatures staying in the mid to upper 80s all the way through the weekend. 90 degrees is your high temperature Monday, Tuesday before we begin to drop the temperature once again next Wednesday, falling to 86 degrees. In Canyon City, 89 tomorrow. We'll hit 84 on Friday. We'll keep storm chances through the work week. We'll taper them off, though, this weekend. Just a 10% chance for storms Saturday and Sunday afternoon. 80s and 90s through Monday and Tuesday before we drop the temperature once again by the middle of next week. In Teller County, 76 degrees is what you can expect tomorrow with 70s for the next week. A 40% chance for storms, some of which could become strong to severe Thursday and Friday, with a lesser chance for storms Saturday, Sunday. Will begin to dry out somewhat Monday, Tuesday before the storm chances creep right back up on Wednesday. Now, of course, Sunday, lots of folks heading to Pikes Peak, so we'll be very closely monitoring the potential for storms on Sunday. Right now, looks like afternoon storms will be the most likely, but of course, Pikes Peak, you know very well, you can get anything from rain, hail to blizzard-like conditions any time of the year, so stick with us. We'll keep you ahead of all
and
those
there's still some snow up on that peak.
A lot of snow from the pictures.
More than likely, they'll probably get a wide range of weather from the start time at 8 a.m. till 6 o'clock at night, I would assume.
Unfortunately, I think so. I think you'll get the cold mornings followed by a bit of sunshine.